In these final Sundays of the liturgical year, our Holy Mother the Church invites us to look beyond the immediate. The one truth of our state, the one certainty that we have, is that we have to die. We all have time on loan. We're all playing into extra time. And so fragility, mendicity, nothingness is our truth. One day, as a child, we came into a new adventure. We started to be. There was a delight and a surprise. This is all new. I am coming from somewhere and I am coming into being. As the poet Wordsworth says in his Ode to Immortality, the child then eventually fades into the light of common day. The lustre is lost, the wonder fades. We get used to being. And so we complain when threatened with loss of that existence. It should not be. What an unjust creator we have. He took this one before his time, and I know better than he what that time should have been. It is fundamental illusion. The creature receives. The creator creates ex nihilo from nothing and gives gratuitously to non-existent beings who have no right over time or over existence at all. And so it is that the Church wishes us to see things in their wider context in these last days of liturgical year. In some churches and in many icons, we see Christ enthroned, Alpha and Omega. The beginning, let there be. The end, the Omega point, the last letter of the Greek alphabet, the big O. We would say the crunch. The last word is not that of noise. The television will no longer be, and those who rule our homes through it will also stand before that Omega point and reply. In the meantime, we have yet a little time on loan. And a good practice is, at the end of each 24-hour segment, to pause and look back. The examination of the use of time at the end of the day, built into our Compline, is a very salutary practice. For sleep is the anticipation of our long home. The expression domus eternitatis, the house of eternity, is ancient and valid for all time. We do not actually live in the tomb. The envelope no longer contains the essence. The essence goes on to the Alpha and the Omega. And although it sees immediately its truth and in some way becomes its own judge, the word of judgment is not that of any priest or layperson. at the funeral, it makes not an iota of difference. The books are opened, and if the name is not found on the book of life, we are told quite clearly in the Apocalypse what is the destiny of the soul. It is therefore important that in these last days of the liturgical year we get things straight. It's serious business, and if we take so seriously our school and university exams, how much more seriously should we get this one final exam right?